Hi, everybody. Welcome. Today we have kind of a twisty, turny class, one that starts from deep down inside the low belly and swirls all the way up. This twisting and turning is a part of a cleansing action. It's energizing, it's releasing, it's a contraction and then afterwards an expansion. It's a drawing away and then coming back into the middle. It's this pulsation, really, of starting from the center, moving away, and then coming back in. And it reminds me of a saying by T.S. Eliot. We shall not cease from our exploration, but at the end of all our exploring, we will come back to where we started and know the place for the first time. And that's kind of pretty much what learning is. It's about being safe and feeling like everything is settled and belongs. Then you move out. It's like the hero's journey, right? You move out and away, you learn, you grow, you become, you take risks. There's challenges, there's fears. You do that, you learn in the process, and then you come back home. And you're in a place that you know, but you yourself are not the same. And this is so much about the contraction and the churning and the twisting that's going on now in our society, in our culture, racially, politically, from really all angles. We're turning and looking and seeing maybe what it was we didn't see before, even though it was right in front of our faces. So it's from this looking and really seeing clearly through willingness to move out of the comfort place and learn and then come back in that we can truly make a difference in our world. So that's a lot for some twists to do, but that's the aim. Okay, so have a wall that you can use, 2 blocks and a strap, and of course your mat. A chair, if you want to use it at all for balancing, is always welcome. Okay, so please take a nice seat wherever you are. Close your eyes and turn inside. Just lean back into the back of your body. Feel yourself settled right into the place that you are. Have your hands resting gently on your lap. You can either be palms down or palms up. Then, as though you're leaning back into a wall, shrug your shoulders up by your ears and lean back into the back of your body. Take a tall breath in from your low belly all the way up through the roof of your mouth, the top of your head. And then exhale all your breath out, settling around the corners of your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. Take a tall, real, full breath in. And exhale your breath out. One more. Inhale fully, deep and high. And exhale your breath all the way out. Bring your hands together at your heart. Bring your thumbs toward your heart and your heart toward your thumbs. Move your cheekbones back a little bit. So this constant reminder to move into the back body. The back body is the place of a greater consciousness. It's what gives us the courage, the space, the tenacity to go out, away from what's familiar and into territory that we haven't been willing to go before for whatever reason. But recognizing the time is now and you have everything you need to go there. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Release your hands, gently blink your eyes open. Bring your right leg in front of the left from wherever you're sitting. Take your right arm up to the sky and your left hand down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and dip over to the left. And you keep reaching away with the left hand and dipping. Draw the knees away from each other and the shins forward. And then inhale and come all the way back up. Other side, right hand down, left arm up, reach, and take your dip over. Extending to the side, and then lean back again, just that little bit. It's though somebody's got a pair of hands behind you as like a safety net. And then come all the way back up. And exhale. Right arm up again, left hand behind you or to your low back. Reach up, dial over to the left, right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Elbows bend a little away from each other. Then inhale, rise up from the low belly, and exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, rise on your breath. Exhale and twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist over. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale your breath. Good, right hand behind, left arm high. Big breath in. Exhale, dialing over to the left this time. Or to the right, sorry. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, rise. And exhale to twist. So from the middle of your chest, the midline, you got the right ribs moving away and the left ribs moving toward the middle. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Inhale, rise. Elbows little bent away from the middle. And exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. And exhale. Good, and then switch legs. Left leg in front. Right arm high again with a reach. Dial over to the left. And the right hand comes down to the thigh, left hand behind. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and twist. So you're turning right around the center of yourself. But in the process of that, as you breathe, your part of you draws away from the middle. So the left ribs move out, away from the center line of your body. And the right ribs move in toward that center line. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist. One more deep inhale. Shins move forward, knees move apart. And exhale to twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale your breath. Left arm high, right hand behind the reach. And dip over, or just twist over, I should say. Left hand to the outside of the right thigh again. Inhale, rise up. Each twist will be different, even though you've done them before. Exhale and twist. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist around the midline. And deep breath in. And exhale to twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale. And then from here, we'll come right down through the center. So this is like home base here, right? Not going to one side or the other, you're just coming right down through the center. Coming back to where you started. Knowing the place for the first time, that middle place. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Walk your hands back in. Take your legs out and give them a nice shake. Okay, cross your ankles and come up to all fours. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, hip width apart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, round your back, gaze towards your navel. Inhale forward, look up to expand. And exhale to take it down and around. Inhale forward. And exhale. And come on back to neutral. You take the left arm forward, right arm high, twist over to the right, and then thread the needle. Right arm under the left, forehead to the floor or your block, and twist over. So we'll stay here today, but if you know the variations, feel free to go ahead. Left leg goes back and floats up to the sky, all of that. Breathe, twisting, drawing the right hip back. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale your breath back to the middle. Right arm out, left arm high, reach, and then bring it all back in and under, threading the right arm under the left. Lean back into your shoulder blades, armpits go back, and then twisting over to the side. You take your arm way up to the sky. Right arm goes high, reaching up on your breath, and release. Come on back in to the middle. Puppy pose to the center, both arms out, hips over your knees, and you bring your forehead down to the floor or to a block. Press your hands and arms down and forward as the arm bones lift up. Take your belly toward your spine. Your tailbone moves a little bit forward toward your chin, and your pubic bone moves up toward your heart. Take a deep breath in, squeeze your heels isometrically toward each other, and a deep breath out. Inhale to come up. Walk your hands back in. Let's give it a little slosh here, side to side. Sloshiness. Okay, walk the knees back, curl your toes under. Downward facing dog. Start with bent knees, ears between your arms. Pull your feet back and your hands and arms forward. So there's a buoyancy in the arms and through the belly. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. So skin of your bum heads down toward your heels. Your tailbone moves toward your chin. Your pubic bone moves up toward your heart, and your belly moves toward your spine. So everything has a place to go. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And lifting from the kneecaps, straighten your legs, move the top of your thighs back, and draw your heels toward the floor. And all four corners of the feet heading down to the earth. If your heels are touching the floor, then isometrically, without moving them, just pull your heels toward your sitting bones. Pull your heels up toward your bum, as though you were going to lift them, but don't. Hands press down away from each other and back. You want a nice spread through the collarbones for your breath. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step your right foot forward. Bring your left knee to the floor. Left hand stays on the floor or the block. Right hand to your low back. Lengthen, twist to the right, and take your right arm to the sky. Now we're going to do some add-ons. You decide if you want to. Back knee comes up. Press through the back heel, and the top arm reaches over your ear. So you're getting as much length as possible here. Left ribs move toward the middle, toward your spine, and the right ribs move away from your spine. Take a deep breath in, back thigh bone lifting. Exhale, scooping the right buttock under as you reach and reach. And release. Look down, both hands to the earth. Back knee to the floor if it's not already there. And straighten your front leg. Going to take a twist in Ardha Hanumanasana. You might use your strap around your foot if you want to. Left hand to the baby toe side of your foot. Or you can bring it to the floor somewhere around there. Right hand on the outside. Draw your right hip back. Take a breath. and start to come forward. Center of your chest starts right over the leg, and then it dials a little bit more over to the right. Inhale, come up a little bit. Dial your torso even more to the right from the low belly, and then take a bow. You can keep doing that. There's a pulsation here. Come up a little bit. Dial the torso to the right, root into the right heel, and take your bow. Hips stay lined up with each other, so the twist itself is happening from the low belly. And take a deep breath in as you pull your front heel and back knee toward each other. And then as you exhale, pull them away from each other to lengthen a little bit more. Inhale to come up. Exhale your breath. And then bring your hands either on the blocks or the floor to either side of your front foot. We're going to come right through the middle. Again, take a deep breath in and exhale. Come over the leg. Lining up more or less the center of your chest with the center of your leg. Take a deep breath in. Elbows bend a little. And move away from each other as you broaden along the front chest, the pecs, the collarbones, your breath. Inhale to come up. Exhale your breath. Bend into your front knee. Lift the back knee up off the floor, and we're just going to straighten and bend a few times. That knee's been bent or straight for a while, so give it a little bendy action, however you want. Okay? Bend both knees, look forward, and step the back foot to the front. Inhale, look up with length. Exhale, take your bow. Hands could be on the blocks or the shins here. Inhale, look up, lengthening. And exhale to take your bow. The head a little shake, right and left. Yes and no. And back to center. Okay, bend your knees. Lift your chin to get an arch in your low back. Hands to your hips, elbows to the sky. So you have an arch in the cervical spine, the neck area, and the low back area. You'll drop the tailbone to come up. Good. Arms up, big reach high, and hands Anjali Mudra at your heart. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, look up. Let's take your right leg back. Bring your right knee to the floor. Right hand to the block or the floor, and the left hand to your low back. Lengthen through your spine. So here you're getting a real sense of where the middle is. Belly draws back and up and long. Twist. Right shoulder back. Arm to the sky. That left arm goes up. You might leave it there or keep adding on. Back knee comes up. Femur high. Scoop the left buttock and sweep the arm over your ear to reach. Get this long line. Inhale to draw the feet toward each other, in toward the middle. And then exhale as you pull them away and feel that length and spaciousness. Opening and release. Look down. Both hands to the floor, back knee down. Might already be there. Straighten the front leg. Use your strap here if you want to. You can hold on to the strap with your right hand or bring the right hand to the baby toe side of your foot. Draw the left hip back. Left hand out to the side. Take a deep breath in. You'll start by just coming over the front leg. Okay, breathe. And then come up a little bit. So to dial even more to the left. And bow again. Then one more time, puff up through the waistline, the back body. Use the left hand to dial you over to the left a little bit more. And then take your bow. Breathing. And then inhale to come up. Exhale your breath. Draw the left hip back again. Hands on either side of your front leg, maybe on the blocks. Inhale long and exhale to bow. Going long and low. So we want to explore, we want to learn, we want to grow. Sometimes that learning process is painful, harmful, difficult, and sometimes it's joyful. We serendipitously find something we've never known before, an amusement park or a Yosemite National Park or whatever it may be. But self-discovery and self-learning are very intertwined with our willingness to step away from what we're comfortable with. Inhale to come up. Exhale your breath. Bend into your front knee. Lift the back knee up. And we're just going to straighten and bend a few times. On your breath. Good. And then look forward and step your right foot forward to the left. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out, getting just long right along the spine. Root the heels. Root the four corners of your feet, big toe mounds, inner heels, baby toe mounds, outer heels. And lengthen. You might have your hands on blocks here. It's good. Now, as you root your feet down, feel this extension from the core of your pelvis through your legs into your feet. And now imagine you could lift your heels right up off the floor into your sitting bones, up toward your sitting bones, but don't even move them. Just energetically lift up through your heels. Deep breath in, exhale, and take your bow. Waggle your head a little bit, side to side. Inhale, look up. Bend your knees, lift your chin, hands to your hips, elbows to the sky, and then root the tail. And come on up. Arms up, big breath. And hands Anjali Mudra at your heart. Okay, let's keep the right foot forward, step the left foot back. But you're not going to take a super huge step back like you would in a warrior 2 pose, warrior 1. Move the right foot a little right, and all toes point toward the front of your mat here. Blocks are good. Let's use blocks for this one. I'll move my blocks a little forward so you can see my front foot. Okay? So the front foot, you're going to lift the toes up and the ball of the foot so you're just on the heel. Press the heel down and lean back a little bit into the back of your both heels, really. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and dial your toes to the right, front toes. And inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. So you're making this little crescent shape with your feet. And back to center. And over to the other side. And the middle. And over. Into the middle. And then just go side to side on your own. Making this little semicircle. Also stretching the hamstring and calf as you're at it. Okay, good. And bring that foot down. Bend your knees and switch it out. Left foot forward, right foot back. Left heel comes up. Left toes come up off the floor. Okay, draw the left hip back. Now shift your weight just a little bit more forward so you're not completely back into the heels, but then root the heels. It's a fine balance. The middle is always a fine balance. Toes out to the left and back to the middle. Inhale to the right and to the middle. You might feel this in the outside of the leg, inside of the leg. You're going to feel it wherever your body is saying, whoa, haven't been here in a while. And come back in. Good. Breath and just get long. Then bend both knees and step your back foot forward to your front foot. You can use your blocks here if you have them. For Uttanasana, inhale, lengthen, root the heels, four corners of the feet, and exhale, bend the knees a little and bow. Bring your torso to your thighs. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, look up, hands to your hips, elbows to the sky, root your heels, and come on up to standing. Arms up to the sky with a big reach, and hands Anjali Mudra at your heart. You want to take a wide stance with your legs. You can face the sides of your mat here. And going to take a forward bend with a twist to one side and then to the other. Toes turn in just a little bit toward each other. Inhale, lift up your heart and your gaze. And then exhale, bend your knees a little bit. Bring your torso as close to your thighs as you can. And your hands down to the floor. Lift your chin to get the arch in your low back. And then start to tip your head forward, sitting bones to the sky. Take your bow as you straighten the legs. Take a deep breath in. Elbows bend away from each other. And a deep breath out. Inhale, look up. The right hand's going to again take the ankle or the shin. And the left hand comes to your low back. Lengthen and twist over to the left, top of the thighs back. Move your head back and throat back. So you're dialing over, you're twisting to the left, a big lift from your belly, but part of you is leaning back. So it's like you know where you want to go, but part of you is still connected to something solid and ever present. Breath. And then come on back to the middle. Both hands to the floor. Back to center. Take a deep breath in. Very stable here, right? And deep breath out. And then take a breath. Walk. Well, let's take the bow first, because then you get nice and low. Bend the knees. Lift the chin. Arch the back. Press through the feet. Straighten the legs any amount. Keep that. Walk it over. Left hand to the ankle or shin on the right leg. And the right hand to the low back. Take your weight a little more forward to the balls of your feet. Take a breath. Twist to the right, but then lean back into the support, the strength of your back body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to twist. One more deep breath in. And exhale, twisting. And come on back to the middle. And take your bow. You can have bent knees here is fine. So one other lesson a twist can teach us is that even as we're going over, out of the midline, out of the comfort zone and away to another place, another side, maybe we've never been before, there's still a part of us that's rooted in something really holy and sacred, divine, that's always a part of us, that supports us, that's benevolent, that's in our favor. Okay, that's the back body feeling. Inhale, look up, hands to your hips, elbows to the sky, root through your feet, and come all the way up. Roll the shoulders a little bit, one direction and then the other. Okay. Bend your knees, step your feet together, or jump and come to the front of your mat. Arms up to the sky with a tall, mighty reach, and hands Anjali Mudra at your heart center. Okay, we're going to take a squat at the wall here. Get a real deep twist Again, I want you to remember what the front of your body's doing. It's doing the twisting, right? But the back of your body is what you're leaning back into. And that helps maintain this middle place, this place of balance, of ease, of right, really. Take this block. Well, first bend your knees and come down. Heels are up. You're about 2 fist distance away from this wall, or you can be further. It's up to you. And you might be on your mat. The block comes between your thighs. Squeeze the block and lean back. So you don't want to be like this in this twist, right? Because first of all, it makes the belly, the whole front line very short, and you miss out on the juiciness of the twist. So lean back, hands to the wall, and the elbows come up in line with the wrists, and the elbows are also in line with your shoulders. Okay, so set that up. And I'm on tented fingers, so more like a claw, not a flat palm. So here you go. Squeeze the block. Your hips and knees stay facing forward toward the front of your mat. As you squeeze your heels toward each other and your thighs into the block, take a deep breath in. Exhale, keep your gaze forward at first. And just from the low belly, start twisting toward the wall. Just the torso twist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lean back a little bit. Inhale, now you turn the chin and the gaze and the neck also. And this back hand, the right one, may come out a little longer, support the twist a little more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and twist. Keep the left hip back. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to twist. Really potent here. And then come back into the middle, hands, and back in. Phew, that's a big one. Okay, other side. Oh, and another thing, if you're up on your toes and that's really just too much for your feet, roll up your blanket and stick it under your heels so you have more support. Or even a block can be under your heels there. Alrighty, bend your knees again, squeeze the block, woohoo, heels are up, hands to the wall. This side I'm going to move a little further away because it feels better for me that way. So decide for you too, where's best. Feel it. Elbows bend and come up to about shoulder armpit level. Tented fingers. Inhale, rise. From your low belly, squeeze the block. Keep your gaze over your right elbow. Left hip is toward the wall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and twist your torso toward the wall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and twist the torso. Inhale, lengthen. Squeeze the block, squeeze your heels, belly back toward your spine. And exhale. Now you can start to turn the chin and the head and the gaze. And if it feels okay, lengthen the left arm a little bit. Further back, you can even karate chop the wall a little bit if you want. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, twist to the left, drawing the right hip back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And inhale, come back to center, and exhale. Remove your block. Crawl yourself to your mat. Good heavens. And wag it out a little bit side to side. Okay, right down through the middle, lay down on your belly. Take your arms forward, bring them into prayer position, and then extend your index fingers, forehead or chin to the floor, and just get long. It's like a big arrow here. Arms press down and forward, and from the core of your pelvis, drag your legs back. toward your toes. So you're making separation in the middle. One part forward out and one part back in the middle is stable. It's steady. It's home base. Deep breath in and exhale. Release your hands. Bring them beside you, around your low ribs. Roll the shoulders back, elbows over the wrists. Turn your fingers out just a little bit. Inhale, come forward and up into a cobra. Roll onto your right hip, twist back toward the left corner of your mat. Drag your legs back. Inhale back to center and over to the other side. Roll to the left hip, drag your legs back and back. As that whole left psoas gets a stretch. And then come back into the middle and lower down. Stack your hands, bend your knees, and windshield wiper side to side. Okay. And then we'll come back up to all fours and into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So many twisting poses we could do because every pose that has a middle, like this one, also has a right side and a left side. So for example, in this pose, we're not going to do this, but I'll just show you quickly. You can bend your knees and twist over to this side, right? And then come back to the center and go over to this side. And every pose has that. Every pose has a middle. Every pose has a home base. And everyone has a place to venture out from. That's one of the great beauties of this practice is it's always growing, and we're always learning by being students of yoga. Okay, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front of your mat. Inhale, look up, and exhale, take your bow. Root the feet. Let's do this. Bend your knees, drop your hips, bring your toes in a little closer to each other. We'll take an Uttanasana. Turn your palms in front of you and your elbows out to the sides. Tip your elbows forward and your forearms back and lean back into your back body. Separate your knees a little bit. Separate your inner knees and root through the outer heels and your big toe mounds. Hands to your heart, straighten up. We could have done a twist there as well, but we're not. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, look up. Step your left leg back. Toe heel your right foot a little to the right. Bring your hands to your hips and come up to standing. Okay? So again, you've got the toes pointing forward on the right foot, and they're also pointing forward on the left foot. Square your hips as much as you can. Right hip back, left hip to the left. Inhale to pull your feet and legs toward each other, and exhale to pull them away. So you get a real sense of the groundedness here, and a true sense of the middle as your belly moves back and up with your breath. Okay, you might use your blocks for this pose, and I would recommend it actually. Okay, have them nearby. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come halfway down with your right hand. Draw your right hip back. With your left hand, iron the left hip out to the left. Okay, good. You're going to come down now with a twist. Your left hand can be on the blocks, or it's going to take your right ankle or shin, and then the left hand is going to reach back, the right hand's going to reach back for the left leg. My arms are short, so I'm going to cheat and step the foot in a little bit so I can grab it. It's not really cheating, it's just doing what needs to be done to get into the pose. Then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Draw the right hip back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale to twist. Over to the side. Take a deep breath in, lengthening. And exhale, twist over. And inhale to come up, back to center. We'll take a counter twist over to the left. This one's tricky because the left hip or the right hip wants to follow you. So draw the right hip back and reach out. Even here, the blocks are nice. Give yourself a nice lift as you twist over. Deep breath in and exhale. Ears between the arms as usual. Inhale, come up. Take the blocks back in. Bend both knees, look forward, and step your feet forward next to each other. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale. Exhale, take a bow. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Uttanasana. Arms up, palms forward, bend the elbows. Hands to your heart. And come right on up to standing. Okay, switch that out. Step the right foot back. Toes point forward and square your hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come halfway down. Draw the left hip back, widen the right hip out to the right. And then you got to kind of finagle this one. You know, getting where you're going is not always a straight line. Right hand to the left ankle or shin. Left hand comes behind, and it might hold the back of the right leg. Some of you will get the more to the front of the ankle. And see where it feels right and where you get the most space. I'm going to hold the back of the ankle. Take a deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale, twist the torso to the left, but the right hip and top of the right thigh move back as you take a bow. Move the top of your thighs back, and now shift your weight just a little bit toward the balls of your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and twist. Elbows bend away from each other. Inhale fully, belly high. Exhale, twist. So the right ribs move in toward your spine and the left ribs move away from your spine. So some parts go to the center and some parts move away. And then they do just the opposite. The boundaries are always changing. Inhale to come up. Exhale your breath and walk it over to the other side. Inhale, pull your feet toward each other, and you can be using your blocks here. And exhale, pull your feet away from each other. Joanna Macy is an activist, a scholar, author, ecologist, theorist. She speaks and writes about the great turning. And the great turning is away from the individual, more toward the collective, more toward the liberty and justice for all end of the spectrum, right? And we're trying to move that to the middle, not far off. Trying to turn toward that and bring it home. Take a deep breath in and exhale to twist. Move the right ribs this time toward your spine and the left ribs away from your spine. Feel that difference. Breath. And then bow. Inhale, come up. Walk it back into the center. That was a long bow. And exhale. All right. If you feel dizzy at all after these forward bends, just come to your knees. Take a break on the floor. In fact, let's do that. Bend both knees and bring both of them to the floor. And we'll take a child's pose. That's a good middle pose. And extend it out. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale. And slowly come up. And there's so many more twists we could do. We could twist all day. But that's it for now, okay? So come down onto your back. Of course, we'll do another twist on our backs, but just come down. Bring your knees in. Rock a little bit side to side and feel the middle. As you go over to one side and come back, feel the center. Go over to the other side and come back, feel the middle. We'll take happy baby. That's a good midline pose too. Pull your quads down as your feet press up. Let your belly settle, your eyes move back toward their sockets, your cheekbones soften. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Bring your knees back in and take your feet to the floor. Feet hip width for Setu Bandha. If you'd like to take a bridge here, feel free, though we haven't really prepped you for back bend too much in this class. Okay, press your feet down, down, down. Roll the head of your arm bones back and then tilt your knees and shins forward to lift your hips and chest up. Bend your elbows, palms face each other, fingers to the sky, and use your upper arms to shimmy, shimmy in. Tuck yourself in with your shoulder blades. Again, it's that sort of quality of holding, being embraced by the back of your body. And that's exactly what it does, that energy back there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, and you can bring your arms down into a V or underneath you. There's so many ways to put the arms here. But feel the shoulder blades lifting your heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And that's what belonging feels like. Being embraced, being hugged, being held. And that's what the universe does for each and every one of us. That's the divine spark we all have. From the minute we were conceived, take a deep breath in and exhale lower and lower and lower. And bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat, arms out to a T. Just windshield wiper your legs side to side and slosh it. And then come back in. And keep your left foot over there to the left. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for figure 4. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your knees over to the right and turn your chin and your torso to the left. We feel that left shoulder blade again moving up and in. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Inhale to come back up to the center and exhale all your breath. Both feet to the floor. Bring your right foot way over to the right side of your mat. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your knees over to the left. Your gaze and torso over to the right. Take a full, tall inhale. And a long, complete exhale. And come all the way back into the middle. And exhale, feet to the earth. You head into your Shavasana. You can lay on your back or your belly or your side. We'll take a few minutes here together. If you want to take a a nice long Shavasana, feel free. Just click off your computer and, spend some good settled time with yourself. And welcome, Betty. Right, so enjoy this little bit of time of quiet and peace, allowing your body to settle into a place you've been many times before, most of you. Shavasana many, many times. But as Michelle Proust says, it's a new discovery, the landscape. It's not about seeking new landscapes. It's about having new eyes. So really are in the same place. We just see differently. We see with more clarity, more understanding, more compassion. We see the truth. Big exhale as you land into the truth of your body's presence, its wisdom, its gentleness, its divinity. And gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll around on your wrists, your ankles, your jaw. Roll around on your eyeballs, one direction then the other. With your eyes closed, bend your knees, bring your feet to the earth, roll to your right, and come up to a seated position. Lean back a little bit into the back of your body. Rise up through the sides of your neck. Rise up from the tip of your heart, through the middle, and up to the very top of your heart. Bring your hands to that heart of yours. Namaste is what we say at the end of practice, and it means the light in me honors the light in you. The light in me honors the light in you, whoever you are, whatever you look like, whatever you believe in, wherever you live, whatever may be, that same light is in each and every one of us. May we see that light. May we honor it. May we give it blessings to all the light around us, all the souls, all the beauty, all the grace, so that we may live in peace. Hands to the center of your forehead, your third eye. Inhale, lift your heart, and exhale right through the middle, chin to your heart. Namaste. When you're ready, lift your chin, release your hands, and open your eyes. And thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you here soon.